All right, it's time to get busy here. What do we have? We have Kanan Jarrus's saber. This is Ultrasabers Spectre. I've been wanting to get one of these for quite a while, and I got myself a pretty good deal on eBay. You'll notice Kanan in the background. If he doesn't fall down at some point, that'll be kind of a small miracle. At any rate, so yeah, I got this off of eBay. It was pretty much, it contained all the features that I wanted for the most part. I might have gotten the CoverTech wheel on the emitter, but that's the small thing, and of course the switch isn't illuminated. Sorry, I've got the camera reversed on my hand, so I'm going to be messing things up. I've been finding that I've been accidentally hitting buttons that I have no business hitting and shutting videos off, and it's just been kind of a mess. Anyway, so yeah, so this came with a Manticore, and so the price I paid for this was about, it was less than what it would have cost to get it off the Ultrasabers site, and then throw in a free Manticore, which I was surprised how much I actually love that saber. So for a change, we're going to go right to left here. And so you can see I got the windowed emitter on this saber. There's your blade retention screw. And has this neat little box here. And I don't know if this box is in lieu of the CoverTech wheel that you could get on this thing, because I mean you can disassemble this thing and simulate the whole affair where Kanan Jarrus has to essentially disassemble his saber to keep it hidden from the forces of the Empire, because it's illegal to carry sabers openly post General Order 66 there, after the Jedi Purge, and so one must be cautious, as Kanan Jarrus was in Star Wars Rebels. Anyway, so you can disassemble this whole unit unscrews. This is one piece. The Suba ends up being another piece, and then of course you can remove the pommel. This little greebly right here, I think it sort of holds this shroud onto this piece here, because just for experimental sake, I removed this and things started to rattle a bit, so that actually does serve a purpose. Now you've got your little Graflex style connectors, or whatever these things are, on either side, and this area here, right before the Suba, is the penultimate choke point for this saber. I will actually show this to you now that I have this hand free. I kind of tend to rest my thumb against the Suba, and this finger kind of wraps around, and you just kind of grip it, and you're avoiding the angled emitter here. So as you can see, I went with the whoever ordered the saber originally went with the angled emitter, which I would have taken either this or the boxier one, but I do like the angled emitter. I like the screws that are holding it on, the Allen wrench screws here. It's a good look. And of course, you do have the option when you order this saber also of getting this pattern or not having the pattern. I believe it was, according to the Ultrasabers website, $10 more to get this pattern, and I'm definitely glad that this saber has this pattern. It's actually etched in here. It's not just on the surface; it's etched in, and it really gives a nice tactile feel. It's amazing. The other thing about this saber that I really enjoy is these slats right here. It's a wonderful affectation, and I do believe that this is actually separate from this. I mean, this is like a sheath. I haven't taken this thing apart to prove that theory, but it definitely feels like it. I mean, these are really deep grooves. Here's your CoverTech wheel and your pommel. and the open emitter, because this is a saber with premium sound. However, for some reason, the only font that seems to work is Obsidian, and I don't know why. But I've tried to switch the fonts. It doesn't work. So, I mean, it is a sound saber, but it only has the one font right now. I did order from Ultrasabers, finally, after a long time, and having received many adapters and different cords and various and sundry items. I never received the USB cord to allow me to connect the soundboard to a computer to do any appreciable editing. So I actually ordered one of those because it was only $7, and I had to order some more blades because I'm running low on blades right now. And I didn't want to spend too much, so I got some grab bag blades. Anyway, the two mildly inconvenient things about this saber is you'll notice that there is a lack of alignment between the greebly and this box. When you thread this on, this is the resting point. It's just a couple degrees past where it would line up with this, and the pommel at no point you can see it better. Doesn't really line up with anything. Now, usually what will transpire is there'll be maybe a ring of different thickness, will sort of dictate the alignment and help things to align. I noticed that with most of the saber forged material that I have, barring my weathered Nova, which for some reason has no alignment. Most saber forged sabers, take this into consideration. You'll get a decent alignment if you take it apart, put back together. But not so much on this saber. But it is not a deal breaker to me. Okay, so let's fire her up. And this is supposed to be the amethyst, their version of purple. And you're not really getting the gist of it, but oops, sorry, my finger got in the way. It doesn't really look very amethyst or purple. It looks more, from my perspective here, more like a blue, which kind of terminates about maybe 60% up the blade, and then it starts to turn into a purple. So I'm not sure if that's an LED issue or if that's just the way it works on this particular saber. But again, I don't mind. And here we go. Let's move. So it has silver flash on clash. There's our lockup. Let me switch hands. I'm right-handed. In case you guys didn't know. Alright. Let's see this thing in action. Do some spins. The thing about Ultrasabers soundboards, that the one thing that I find kind of annoying is the tendency when you're doing spins, it's not easy to get the wrist articulation. Sometimes you'll get these random activations of the clash just from spinning it. So far it's doing a pretty good job. But it's a very balanced saber. Very comfortable in the hand. Nothing sharp. Everything feels really good. I'm dealing with a bit of dead arm right now, so I'm not quite as... I'm trying to take it a little bit easier. So, the only font that's working is the Obsidian Sound font, but that's okay. I'm fond of that font. There you go. See? It just kind of... I didn't actually do that. It did it on its own. Oop. Almost clobbered my kitty. He's very fascinated with the goings-on here. Alright. Don't knock over Kanan. I love this hum. It's soothing. And there you go. So this is, as I said, the Ultrasabers Spectre. So let's just give it the once over one more time. And again, I bought this used. Here, give you the look of the saber from this angle. Very shiny. Very good application of greeblies and details. Such a marvelous saber. I really love this thing. Of all the Ultrasabers that I was itching to get, other than the Electrum Wind, this was the one. And my goal is to install this thing with some custom fonts. Now, I don't know what kind of capacity one has for custom fonts, because as yet I haven't even attempted it. Sorry, my hands keep getting in the way. So there you have it. This is my review of the Ultrasabers Spectre, and Kanan and Jarrus looking over this saber and probably thinking, oh, there's no way I'm getting that on my belt. I can't even lift that thing. Not even with the force. What am I going to do? How am I supposed to fight against the Empire? How am I supposed to get the rebellion started under these ridiculous circumstances? Oh, wait a minute. This is just a weird perspective shot. That's right. He's actually about, I don't know, 200 yards in the background. That explains everything. Alrighty then. So, hey, guess what? Tomorrow, my Electrum Sabercraft's Remnant shows up. So I'm going to be doing a review of that. And I've decided, because my Electrum Sabercraft's Remnant is a heavily battle-scarred version, that is what I'm going to submit to Sidious when I get that review done. And hopefully, if everything works, you'll be watching that on his channel, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. I'm going to need some time to get used to it, because from what I understand, it's an interesting experience. So, at any rate, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the week, and I hope you enjoy this review. All right, I will be seeing you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.